Hey there, what's up guys? So tonight I decided to make another video about how to make friends with loneliness. So after having undergone pulse of days of disappointment and frustrations with humanity, I have reached a decision to make loneliness, make probably also depression a profitable business, in fact, which I consider a highly mutually beneficial arrangement to people from all over the globe. So yes, I shall explain the details to you guys later on that. So first and foremost, I am more than absolutely certain that people nowadays experience loneliness from time to time, from day to day, and it's becoming a huge and alarming issue to the society, to the overall quality of life of the entire humanity. And I used to consider everything I used to consider everybody and everything not worthy of my attention, and I used to I used to lose faith and hope in my own life. I still kind of experience suicidal thoughts from time to time, somewhat occasionally, sometimes, and yet quite frequently some other time. Therefore, I decided to take some actions to make friends and take huge advantages of loneliness. So thanks to the revelations God has given me, I might add, I have discovered that too much free time, too much free spare energy you have possessed can make you easily slide into a state of loneliness and depression, regardless of your personal mental state. And though I do admit some sort of mental condition can make you even more prone and susceptible to suffering loneliness and depression. However, you must bear in mind that whenever you begin to lose focus, whenever you begin to lose a purpose, a concrete and a sufficiently concrete and clear goal, you will also start to experience loneliness, and which means you just need to make the best use of that period or duration of loneliness by finding things you can do to improve your quality of life. So basically, one of the purposes of life is to constantly, consistently, and continually improve the quality of life itself. While it may sound too cynical to some of you guys here, especially to Christians, especially to my fellow Catholic friends here. So I am Well, I always try my best to agree to disagree. I always try my best. I always strive to to reach a consensus among people who share who don't share religious beliefs or personal values. Being a businessman, being an entrepreneur, that definitely and absolutely falls within the range of my duties and responsibilities, and of course, long-term goals and objectives on the while focusing the big picture. So yeah. So, like I said, one of the the most effective method to neutralize loneliness is to pinpoint whatever you enjoy doing in order to improve your quality of life, and that can include, but are not confined to, making money, starting a business, and probably also falling in love with somebody, with someone in particular. But for that, for the moment, that falls beyond my range of options, because I have not decided yet who I choose to be with, and that remains to be seen. And I'd hate to to get distracted and disrupted by emotional entanglement at this point, especially while being a single and incel Jude with very little capital foundation to engage with whatever undertaking he wants to engage with. So so method number 2 is to more concretely speaking, is to immerse yourself with art. That can include online art or offline art or a piece of physical art. I am myself not an artist in particular, so I don't actually earn the credit or nor place to further comment and speculate on such artistic topic. But you can still make full use of all those online resources such as Adobe. So please allow me to show you something here. It's Adobe, right? You can go to, for those who are considering about building their own Facebook page to promote their own business entities, you can definitely consider Adobe Spark. I will show you the screenshot here. Not the screenshot. Yes, here. You can see that. I just created a Facebook page specializing in neutralizing people's loneliness and depression, or if not neutralize, but at least mitigate and make such negativity subside. So yes, that's pretty much the main focus of this particular Facebook page. And yes, I'd also like to mention to you guys that on the first day of business, I shall provide you guys with free trials for several consecutive days. so that you can have somewhat plenty of time to decide either to to engage with further business with with us, with me, in the nearest future. I don't first and foremost, I do not encourage making payment that abruptly and all of a sudden for a product or a service you don't know very well of. So excuse me, just please allow me to configure the webcam. Oops, what the hell is going on here? Jesus. Okay, never mind. I'll just speak through. Try to. Okay, what have we here? What have we here? Nope. Remove. Re-add. Okay, here we go. Sorry about my poor filming techniques. I just hope this does not affect the the business itself. So yes. So in order to combat loneliness, you need to first gather a sufficient amount of funds to make a a radical change of your current environment, thus to change your current mind state or mental status. Therefore, your quality of life will improve automatically as a result of the changes of the effort you put in to make positive changes. So, and also pay no attention to hypocrites who always preach those, who never ceases to preach those sermons from day to day, and they just those are just people who are not making the best use of the resources God has given them for their lifetime. They are not making their own time worthwhile. So you see, you have a pair of hands, and you have a pair of eyes. You also have one brain. You also have an intact body of flesh. So, and most typically, people will blame their own situation, their people around them, and their own financial status. They will find all those excuses not being able to succeed in whatever tasks, things they choose to do to make a living. So yes, I have to agree that success is our duty. We just have to make the best use of what God has, of what God has given us, has provided us with. Like I said, according to the Gospel of Matthew, a parable that originates from the Gospel of Matthew. The parable of three servants. One servant, he received 5 bags of gold, and he invested those 5 bags of gold and managed to make a profit of another 5 bags of gold. And another servant did the same thing with the 2 bags of gold his master gave him. And the other one failed to do anything worthwhile, and the master just took away of the only bag of gold that third servant possessed. So you see there. So whoever make the best use of whatever he has on hand, he will certainly succeed. So there is a certainty there, and there's also an opportunity there. So there are definitely opportunities, though people, even for those who has attained so much, has acquired so much multitude amount of wealth, they still can get they still can get upset at some point of their lives. So it is just inevitable that life begins with flows and ebbs and flows since the date of our births. Don't you agree? So yes, so if you do feel like to have a bit of a voice call with me regarding success, regarding entrepreneurship, regarding how to overcome the shit we tend to encounter during our lives, please feel free to hit me a call via Discord or WhatsApp. It's for free, it's on the house, so for the very first day of our business, you don't have to pay anything. So it's just on the house for the time being. So so thanks again for watching and listening. I hope you guys are enjoying your day or night. You stay tuned, stay blessed, stay faithful, and in case you need a prayer video to be made, I shall see what I can do per your request, and if I do have some time to spare, I shall make sure I hesitate no more to make that prayer video. So have fun, enjoy your day or night, and cheers. Bye for now.